Hi, and welcome to the Variant Edition, your first weekly video podcast. I'm Ricky.
And I'm Mike, and in case you haven't noticed, we're not in the shop.
Don't look like a shop to me. We're at Baltimore Comic-con outside of Comics and More booth, where they have these great Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man statues. We were lucky enough to have us out here to do our intro. It was very nice of them. We appreciate that a lot. Check out their website.
And we're stopping up the business, so we're going to make this really fast. We got a lot of stuff coming up in this show. We've got tons of interviews.
Interviews for days. We're not going to be able to put all these interviews into 8 episodes. We got so many, interviews and people we talked to. We got so much done here this weekend. Ton of stuff to get to. Nick has a lot of news. We had the Harvey Awards. So much. So much.
So we're not even going to continue. We're just going to go straight to more stuff coming up to you from the Baltimore Comic-con.
Hey guys, this is Mike with Variant Edition. We're here at the Baltimore Comic-con with my favorite, Erik Powell, creator of the Goon.
Hi.
Stop by to see him, man. I'm such a fan of yours. I just love it. I said it earlier, I really feel that the Goon has revitalized the comics, man. I kind of fell out of it a little bit, and I just love it. I love your style, the stories. Awesome. How long you been doing the Goon?
About 97, 98, I first came up with the idea and drew a story and had a few issues come out in 99, and then went on to do some other work for Dark Horse and some inking work for Marvel that kind of dried up, and then came back to it, and luckily for me it took off. Yeah.
Man, I love it. Where'd you come up with the idea for the Goon? I know I saw some early sketches where he's like a little bit gorilla looking in one of the books that had some of the early sketches.
Yeah, I just I wanted to do something weird and not not the typical kind of thing, and I like drawing big ugly guys. I'm not good at drawing the attractive people, and so I just kind of smashed everything I like together, and the Goon came out.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. How much input did you have with the Dark Horse Goon statues? They did the Goon and Frankie.
Bowen Designs. He pretty much, with the bust, the Goon bust, the first piece that we put out, it was pretty much 100% Bowen.
Okay.
I did a few sketches, and we kind of agreed on the design he would go for, and then he ran with it. And with the Frankie bust, I kind of approached him with that, just because I thought it would be nice to have a matching set.
Yeah.
And I actually sculpted a lot of that myself.
I remember seeing that on the box. I was real impressed.
But Bowen fixed it, and made it nice. And then we have the Goon statue coming out that he's working on now. It looks great. It looks awesome. He's been working on that for a while. He's been really busy with all the projects he's got going. So it's been a slow build up to that one.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's getting close to finishing it. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Gonna be nice.
So what do you got coming down the pipe for the Goon? Anything interesting coming up? Well, I mean, it's all interesting, but...
We have an anthology coming out,
okay.
3-issue anthology series. We got great guys working on it. We have,
is that the Goon Noir?
Noir, yeah.
I
have Mike Klug and Patton Oswald.
Oh, okay,
and Kevin Nolan. We have just a great list of guys doing work on it, and that's giving me time to finish up the Chinatown graphic novel.
Oh,
so. And then after that, it's just back to the book and keep it going.
Yeah, that's good, man. I love it. Thank you so much for taking time with us. Have a great show, and it was wonderful to meet you, man. Thank you.
Well, I'm here with Mike Raicht, and he's going to be going into a new story that's going to be coming out, which I'm sure you're all anticipating. We've heard a little about, and he's here to give us some more information. Mike?
Yeah. Marvel Zombie comes out September 27th from Marvel. It's a new take on, not new take, it's, zombies, there's only so many stories in zombie that you can tell with the zombies.
Yeah, you're still trying to keep, like, the whole zombie stories going fresh?
Yeah, I mean, with the zombie story, it's always about the characters. If you care about the characters, you're going to care about the story. And, there's only so many stories you can tell with zombies. Either you're trapped, turning, or running. So,
right.
Try to combine all those into one.
And are there any things in this story that seem unique or definitely like stand out from the rest of other stories, whether it be movies or comics for zombie situations?
Well, we've included a bank robbery, which is kind of interesting. That at the beginning of the story, there's a big bank heist that kind of goes bad, and we have the mix of the hostages and the bank robbers trying to survive together. And it kind of looks at like what's more important to a bank robber, surviving this or getting his money. And like,
right,
it kind of gives another level to the zombie fights going on there.
And it's kind of making it seem like who's deadlier, a living person or an undead person?
And usually that's all good zombie movies have that, where like you realize that you're not running from the undead as much as trying to survive the people that you're trapped with. So
any like homages throughout the story or anything?
Yeah, we have the Crossroads. I got the Crossroads Bank, which is Crossroads Mall, and Dawn of the Dead, and different things like that. I know Kyle Host, the artist, loves all the 70s stuff and really wanted to like bring in like the cooler zombies, like the the shambling zombies and stuff. And I was like into the running zombies, so we kind of combined that into like a nice little mix. So basically, I looked at it as when you first get the virus, you still have all your faculties and everything. You're running and doing things, and as the reason they feed is to keep themselves going. And as that breaks down, their bodies break down. They start to like not be quite as effective as when they first turn. So.
Oh, all right. So we have a nice bank heist that goes awry with some zombie action going on. Come soon. And any other projects you have coming up?
Well, I'm doing Space Doubles for Third World, and that's I'm doing one of the stories in that. It's a sci-fi series, which is pretty cool. I'm doing a bunch of different things for a couple different publishers. Got some pitches into Marvel, Tokyo Pop, things like that. So
it seems like you got a full plate, and things are staying consistent.
Yeah, I think Marvel Zombies will help a little bit.
And zombies are such a boom now in the comic industry. Ever since Marvel Zombies, now everything else.
Yeah, it's nice. For people that like zombie stories, there's a lot of variety right now, so it's nice.
Well, that's good for people like me. Well, it was nice talking.
Talking to you too.
Yep.
Thanks a lot.
All right, guys. Mike and Ricky coming to you live from Baltimore Comic-con. We're right by the previews table where they're debuting a lot of new statues and toys and stuff. So we're just going to give you a brief overview of everything coming out. Mike?
Yeah, we got the Marvel Origins. These are the black and white of the figure, and then you've got the small origin of how the superheroes came about. They're nice, man. They're nice.
In the previews, I thought that they were going to be a little bigger because they had them looking like a bigger scale.
Yep.
But they're definitely smaller.
They're nice. They're nice.
Now we got the Marvel New Avengers. Now these are just, from what I remember of the covers, these are straight pulled off of the comic covers themselves. It looks almost direct, and they all connect and everything. What do you think?
I'm a big fan of the Iron Man. I like the Iron Man a lot. The armor on him is very nice. They're nicely done. They're kind of a slightly different take, I think, on what most people are doing right now with statues, but they're nice. They're nice. They're different, but they're nice.
Yeah, I think as a whole they look pretty good. Yeah. Thor's hammer.
It's amazing. It's engraved on the side.
It's going to cost you $350, but...
It's nice, though, dude. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's super metal looking. I mean, it really looks...
It's being held up by glass, so it can't be anything that heavy.
It's probably fiberglass, metallized.
You got the Beta Ray Bill on the other side, which looks great.
Yeah.
But and then on the other side, this is pretty key.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but there's a new costume bust for Spider-Man. It looks like it's based right off of the Joe Q Spider-Man that he did. It looks great. I know Mike isn't the biggest fan of the costume, but it's a good-looking piece, right?
Yeah, no, it is. It's really nice. Nice and shiny, nice metallic-y. Yeah, beautifully done.
All right, so now in this case, we have a multitude of amazing things over here. Mike, let's start with the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. What do you got on there? Dr. Doom.
Red Skull, Green Goblin, Magneto. On the other side, I can't see.
We got Captain America, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. It's just beautifully done.
That is a great piece. The shading on the faces and everything.
Yeah.
It's going to go for $250. It bookends, and they look awesome. Yeah. Now we have the Marvel Icon.
Yeah.
Now, these have been coming out in previews. You'll get like a one-page per, or they'll show the whole line. But as of lately, monthly, they've been putting out just one picture, and that's the one that you can order for that month. These look phenomenal.
Yeah, they are really nice.
They are a smaller bust than usual. However, they're a lot more detailed in my opinion than most.
Seeing them in person, they're a lot nicer than I thought they were going to be from the pictures and
Absolutely.
stuff.
You have Daredevil, you have Venom, Punisher, Thing. Then on the bottom, you have your Captain America, Doctor Doom, Wolverine, Green Goblin, Thor, and Hulk.
Yeah.
All of them look amazing. I have no qualms with them at all.
No.
Yes, there's a lot of things over here at the previews table that's looking amazing. Definitely look in your previews. Order things from your comic shop. It's the only way half the time you're going to get them because they're all limited and they're all really good.
Yep. It's the only way they're going to keep on doing stuff like this.
Exactly. So that's it from us at Variant Edition here at Baltimore. See you next time.
Later.
What's going on?
We're being evacuated because, I don't know, there could be a fire, or they're just saying it's a legal reason. So the question we have to ask ourselves is the building on fire? Has there been a bomb threat? I don't know. But hopefully we'll find out later. It could be the damn zombies. Who knows?
All right, it's Nick, and I'm here at the Baltimore Comic-con. I'm here with my friend James. We have just been told that we had to leave the building. How do you feel about this?
I feel there's going to be a geek stampede if we're told we can't come back in. You keep geeks from their comic books. Nothing comes good from it, you know?
I mean, we don't have much. All we have is this, and they're taking it away from us. It was a very nice con, very nicely set up, open, good dealers, and here we are outside. They didn't even get to taste the nectar of the con, and they're already shooing them out. I don't know. So, riddle me this. Why are we out here?
I wish I had the answer to it. Even the Baltimore Comic-Con can stump the Riddler.
Go figure. We have seen fire trucks. We've been out here for quite some time. A lot of people are getting, I don't know, worried about whether or not we're going back into the con, and it's seriously just started. It's 11:30. The con's been open for an hour and a half, and we're already outside, so we'll see where it goes from there. All right, so they're just letting us back in. As you can see, everybody's starting to go through the doorways, and we're going to get back to the con.
One of the great things about the Baltimore Comic-Con is they have a pretty impressive guest list. So here we are with Mike Weiringo.
Oh, I love the show. This is the third time I've been here, my third year in a row, and it's always a nice, relaxing trip because I drive up to my brother and sister-in-law's house in Richmond, stay overnight, and then take the train up. So I let somebody else do the driving, and it's really nice. And the show itself is terrific. I love it. It reminds me so much of Heroes Con, which is in North Carolina where I live, and it has a very similar feel and atmosphere, and it's all about comics and kids, and it's just great.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very comic-friendly con. It's not a multimedia show.
Right. They don't have a ton of like ex-Playboy playmates and lots of booth babes and stuff like that. So it's more about comic books and less about media guests, and so it's got a great feel to it. Yeah.
You get to see a lot of fans at these kind of shows?
I get quite a few people coming by, fortunately, but I'm happy to see, as far as fans go, I'm just happy to see more kids. I'm seeing a lot more kids these days over the past 4 or 5 years, so it's really cool.
That's great. So you're most recently working on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. How has it been? That's kind of had a slightly different feel to the book, a more fun feel. How is it doing Spidey again?
It was fun, actually. I've left Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and issue 10 was my last issue. And right now I'm working on 2 fill-in issues of Ms. Marvel. And then after that, I'm actually talking to Marvel right now. I'm on an exclusive with them until the end of 2008, so I'm talking with them about what's next. So.
All right, well, thank you. Like I said before, actually get some FaceTime with some creators. Thanks for taking a minute to talk to us.
Hey, thanks for asking me. It was great.
Here at the Baltimore Comic-Con, you see a lot of people in costumes, not as much as you would normally see, but today we've come across 2 that have some pretty nice costumes. We got Smoke and Erik, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the costume that they have. Where did you get yours?
Mine's actually made from the guys in eBay in China, so I'm more of a model for their suits.
Okay, so they make it, you kind of just, it's like free publicity for them, just the fact that you have to wear the suit out in public.
Correct.
But it's a very nice suit. Do you know what the material is?
It's called PVC Lycra. PVC.
Okay. And do you know how long it takes something like this to be made, or do you just, wear it and they don't really tell you any details about it?
Any details, I just wear it. They say, ship it to me, Erik, wear it for promotion, and they're happy.
Oh, all right. Could you tell us something about your costume?
Yeah, it's basically a Matrix costume, Neo's costume, and I basically just, made it. The weapons I ordered from Japan. because they don't make the actual prop replicas here in America.
And do you guys normally do this to cons? You know, come up dressed as different characters?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I guess the major ones like San Diego Con, Dragon Con just came back from, you know, just
Right.
a little extra bonus.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Believe it or not, earlier we were dressed in different costumes earlier. So
Really?
yeah, I was one of the members of the Crazy 88 from Kill Bill, and Night Seeker. Is a character.
Oh, we ran into Night Seeker at the Wizard World Philly show. We did an interview with you there. Okay, so this is Night Seeker. It's coming full circle now. All right, well, you know, great costumes, and it's good to see that some people still have that spirit at these cons and are, you know, keeping the fanboy alive. So it was great to meet you guys, and keep up the good work. All right.
So here I'm with John and Tony with a cool webcomic called Eskimo Dave. Why don't you tell us a little something about it?
Sure. Eskimo Dave is a weekly comic that we put out every Wednesday. It's on our site for free, and basically follows the adventures of Eskimo Dave, his polar bear friend named Steve, and they're on a quest to basically find an amulet to save their village.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool.
We put up one episode every week. In strip format, fully colored, and it's, you know, sequential kind of story, and, you know, it's turning into something people are really excited about.
Yeah, it's got a really cool style.
We are going to collect, you know, into issue format as we get enough weekly episodes done. So
And to sort of like build the interest by having it out online.
Exactly, and it's something free. You know, we want people to come to our site, and it's a great story. We're really excited about it, and it's fun. So
Cool. All right, cool. Well, check it out.
Hey, it's Nick, and I'm here with Keith and Monica, and they've just been talking to all of us here at Variant Edition about something interesting that they've been doing with comics to support our troops overseas. So I'm going to let them go into it.
Well, the name of our store is Collectors Comics in Fort Pierce, Florida, and Monica and I decided that we wanted to do something nice for and supportive of the soldiers over in Iraq and Afghanistan. So with the help of Pastor Kurt Owen, who's a pastor of the Victory Word Church in Fort Pierce, we decided we were going to put together a bunch of comics. We're going to send them over there, and we initially had a target of 10,000 books that we wanted to send over there, but with the help of people like Buddy Saunders from Lone Star Comics and Neat Stuff Collectibles, we're approaching 50,000 comics that we've sent over to Iraq and Afghanistan.
See, now that's a really positive thing, going from starting out with your initial 10,000 and without asking for anything more, people just come to you with so much that it's already reached 50,000. I mean, how does that make you feel to think that you've gotten such a positive and high reaction to this?
Well, it's got to be one of the greatest things that I've ever been associated with. Diamond Comics has also been instrumental in they put this program on their website, and that's how Buddy Saunders and other people found out about it and jumped right on board. And what we're hoping for is that if people see this and find out more about Heroes for Heroes, that they will contribute comics to send it to our store, and we just turn around, repackage everything, and ship it out all over.
How often do you send out like shipments of comics?
We send out approximately 1,000 to 2,000 books a week.
Wow.
We've also gotten responses where our customers will come into the store and they'll drop off 10 comics, 20 comics. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Anything that anybody can bring into the store. It's just like a telethon, as it were. Any contribution is greatly appreciated.
For viewers of the show, if they are interested in donating any comics to you, what would be the best way for them to get in touch?
Well, we have a website, collectorscomics.net, and our email address is collectorscomics@bellsouth.net. Our phone number is 772-465-5750, and we're open 7 days a week, so it's not hard to get a hold of us.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
And anything that they wish to contribute, whether it be a comic, 1,000 comics, 10,000 comics, everything gets repackaged and sent over there. The reason we repackage them is sometimes we get comics 300 of an issue. Right. Well, I don't want to send 300 of one issue to a specific location because they read one comic and they've read them all.
Right.
So that's why we repackage everything. We try to make sure that there's no more than 5 of any book.
It's good to know that there's people out there who are doing such, supportive things for, our men and women overseas, and it's good to know that we're using comics to bridge that gap. So, very nice meeting you.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work.
And I'm here with Josh Fialkov, who is the writer of Elks Run, the 7 Harvey Award nominations Elks Run. So if you could tell us a little bit about the book.
Elk's Run was, I should say, an 8-issue miniseries. It was originally self-published through my company, Horse and Buggy. Then moved over to Speakeasy, and then, essentially now the book's been picked up by Random House. They're going to put out a trade collection of the entire series, all 8 issues. So it's 4 issues that have never been printed before. And it's coming out in March 2007.
Great.
I've been doing comics for like 4 years. I started out doing web comics, then I moved into like mini comics, and then I did this book right here, like that, Western Tales of Terror, which is a horror anthology that featured some of the like top guys in comics, and then every issue I got to write. I actually wrote the lead story in each one. It's the benefit of being the publisher, and when you're paying the bills, you get to write the longest story. And we had a lot of success with it. It was really popular, and I kind of started looking for artists, and I finally found the right guy in Noel Tuazone, who is actually who's the artist on Elk's Run. And we put the book together, and just kind of it took off. It's funny, it was a big critical hit. Like, everybody loved it. We got reviews in like Entertainment Weekly and Variety, all over the place. Nobody bought it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people who are waiting for the trade, so we're gonna cash in on those people.
And Random House, so you'd definitely be like in all the bookstores, and yeah, so that's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really great, and they're pretty fantastic. They're really excited about it. I'm actually really happy for all my guys because they all killed themselves on this book. Like my artist, my colorist who didn't get nominated, which is a crime. My artist, my colorist, my letterer, my editor, who's over here hiding.
Hello.
My cover artist, everybody, they really did this book for passion. They all loved it. And for them to get rewarded for it in some way is really, really nice. So it's a great feeling. It's really exciting, and here's hoping we win something.
Well, congratulations, and with any luck, we're going to see you tonight.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's Nick, and we're here at the Baltimore Comic-con, and the weird thing about being at a Comic-con is that you don't really have time to get any news or to print up news or get information or facts straight. But what we do have are the announcements of the award winners last night for the Harveys. So we're just going to give you a sampling of some of the winners from last night's award ceremony. And the winner for Best Syndicated Strip or Panel went to Mackey's by Tony Millionaire. The Best Inker Award went to Charles Burns for his issue number 12 of Black Hole. The award for Best New Series went to Young Avengers, put out by Marvel Comics. And special award for humor in comics went to the host of the evening, Kyle Baker. And the winner for Best Cover Artist went to James Jean for Fables, put out by DC and Vertigo Comics. And the winner for Best Continuing or Limited Series went to Runaways by Marvel Comics. And the winner for Best Writer of the evening went to Ed Brubaker for his work on Captain America, put out by Marvel Comics. So in the rest of the episode, we will get more news to you when we're done at the con. So that's it for now. We'll see you later in the episode.
So once again, here we are in RS Alley at Baltimore Comic-con, and this time I'm here with John Lucas, who's inker, penciler, writer.
Sure, CAD.
So what sort of work have you been doing lately?
Lately I've been inking Civil War Frontline for Marvel and penciled and inked the Wolverine story for them. And before that, I kicked around DC for a while, just doing odd jobs. Oh, and I'm drawing a Scooby-Doo story.
Scooby-Doo, can't go wrong with Scooby-Doo. And I see that you've got a new comic coming out from Dynamite.
Monster Hands, yeah, Monster Hands. When in doubt, go simple. He's a guy with big monster hands. So, what are you gonna?
What's it about?
It is about
other than a guy with monster hands.
He's basically, I don't want to give away too much, but he's basically a professor of paleontology. Finds a box with monster hands in it, touches it, crackle, 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 Kirby dots, explosion, wakes up, has monster hands. And doesn't decide, well, with great responsibility, I got to go punch some people in their underwear. He just goes back to work. And, because he's now sort of attached to these magical things, he becomes a freak magnet.
And if he was a paleontologist, so that helps him in his work?
I don't know that it helps him or hurts him at all. I don't know. I don't think he really thinks about it all that much. He's a bit of a absent-minded professor.
And when can we see this?
Should be around May-ish of next year. Dynamite's putting it out. In addition to me writing and drawing the book, there are going to be short stories in each issue, written by me, drawn by artists with bigger names than me. John Cassaday is going to be in the first issue, drawing a story called The Ghost of El Macho Borracho. Paul Pope is in the second issue, and Michael Lark, who drew Gotham Central and is now drawing Daredevil, is in the third issue.
Very nice. All right, well, we look forward to seeing Monsterhands.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm here at the Baltimore Comic-con, and standing with me is Corey Harris.
How you doing?
And Ziggy Blumenthal.
How's it going?
So they have a new book. It's called Sidekicked, and they also have another book called Operation Pajama Pants. Now, as the writer, can you tell me what Sidekicked is about?
Well, Sidekicks basically a story set in a city that's so concerned with public opinion and the media that they promote the popular sidekicks, the younger heroes who are more in touch with the public, to the heroes, and they demote the heroes to the position of sidekick, which basically means that the sidekicks, or the heroes are now the sidekicks to the sidekicks.
So I would imagine a lot of pissed off superheroes.
Yeah, pissed off superheroes. I mean, they eventually throughout the series they have to deal it with in group meetings and trying to become their own heroes, and yeah, lots of hilarity ensues.
And Operation Pajama Pants, would you like to say a few words about Operation Pajama Pants?
Well, Operation Pajama Pants is a book where a guy is in an Egyptian tomb, finds a magical pair of pajama pants, puts them on, gets powers, fights babies.
Where can you pick up these amazing books, by the way?
At this table, and that's pretty much it. In the meantime, visit fakemccoy.com.
Fakemccoy.com. Excellent plug.
Okay, so it's been quite a weekend at the Baltimore Comic-con, and for sort of a wrap-up of the events here, I am with Johanna Draper-Carlson, who is the press liaison for the Baltimore Comic-con. So why don't you tell us how successful the show, how did the show go this weekend?
Very well. As always, it was a better year than last year, which is all we hoped for. Attendance was actually up higher than we expected, although we do not have official figures as of yet. Everybody seems to have had a great time. A lot of good business, a lot of great events. The Harveys were very successful. We were very proud of that with our first year with the Harvey Awards. Great show all around.
And I have to agree with you. It has been a fantastic show. There was a little bit of excitement on Saturday. You know, earlier in the episode, you saw us outside a little bit. So what happened? We never got the official statement when we got back in. Everyone wanted to know what was going on for sure.
Sure. About 11:20 or so on opening day, we had a little bit of excitement with the fire system. I'm told that there was some sort of disruption in a sprinkler elsewhere in the building, but of course they did have to evacuate until it was completely checked out. Under an hour, we were able to get everybody out, get the exhibitors and guests back in first, of course, and then bring the attendees back in, and we got going again.
And it didn't seem to put any hitch in the day's events.
Well, we really appreciated how patient everybody was with that. Everybody seemed to be in real good spirits and understanding that when the fire department tells you to get out, you get out. There's
really nothing you can do about that.
No. And of course it gives people something to talk about. Although we do hope they also talk about the great deals they found and the great creators they met and the great time they had.
The Baltimore Con is very friendly to fans. And, you know, the creators are very friendly, and that extended to the outside, too. So, you know, it's a credit to your organization.
Thank you. Everybody works very hard to make this a very friendly show, as you say. We want to make sure that everybody has a good time. Creators, guests, attendees, everybody. We want to make sure that they come back.
Well, we certainly will. Thank you very much, and congratulations on a good show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So here we are, the last moment of the con. The doors have closed, the fans are going home, and the artists are packing up.
Yeah, it was a great time this weekend. We had multiple interviews. We got Michael Turner, Olivier Coipel. I mean, we hit a bunch of people up. So in the coming weeks, you're going to see a lot of interviews with a lot of great people.
We also saw the Harvey Awards this weekend. A great show, great people earned those awards, and hopefully you agree with that. If not, well, you can complain to somebody else because we're not in control of the Harvey Awards.
Yeah, and we'd like to say thank you to everyone involved in the Baltimore Comic-Con. You guys have been great to us, more than hospitable. It was great. Thank you so much, especially Brad, who helped us out getting interviews and stuff like that. Thank you so much.
And we also had a couple of touching moments this weekend, including Heroes for Heroes, which was a great program. Hopefully you guys out there, you'll start sending comics to them if you can. If you can't, well, I don't know what you can do. Maybe you can find out some other way to help out.
Yeah, definitely help those guys out. They're doing a great cause for the troops over there, you know. everyone over there is around our age. You know, they're kids, man. They still want to have lives, and you know, just having that little bit of, you know, homeliness of you know, just a comic book could make a world of difference to them out there. So please help them out.
So that's it. That's the show. We missed the discussion this week and no reviews this week, but the episode was packed with a lot of other goodies, so hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, I think they're going to send the dogs out soon, so we should go.
Yeah, we got to go.
Dog.
The security guards are kicking. I got to, here, you take this?